Copying tattoos isn't cool in any way, and I feel it would be a crime, I guess. It's not cool because you're taking someone else's work and getting credit for something you didn't put any effort, you just copy. But there is something I think is totally fine, and I will try to explain. And that thing is reproducing flash. At least in the traditional tattooing, what most inspires me. And I don't think it works for all other styles, but I feel people still use as inspiration and reapply to them. In the tattoo history, there is a lot of iconic tattooers who helped to shape the tattoo we know now and created this flash and motif designs, what is still happening and still around us. These were pioneers who brought the tattoo to the Western world. People who shaped the whole thing of tattooing. Guys like Sailor Jerry, Bob Shaw, and many others. They passed away a long time ago, and I feel by general consensus, their flash become some kind of like a public foundation of tattooing. So when someone produce a flash for one of these people, I feel the tattooers already know where this comes from. Of course, when you reproduce a classic flash, I think it's always good to you give the credit as well. Sometimes even show the original reference. I think this brings more culture to the people who follow you and wanna keep looking at work. Everyone uses reference from everything. What is wrong is like copying a work from someone who is still tattooing today. If someone copies my design, I feel that's not okay. I copy a design from another tattooer who is still alive, tattooing, and even though I know them, I think this is not okay either, is very unethical. A lot of time we do a reinterpretation of the classic designs, and honestly that's even better, you know? But simply copying design isn't wrong if you're doing from a traditional tattoo, one that has history, one that everyone knows who created, one that left behind by a tattooer who brought so much for the community, left his legacy of tattooing to us. That's a respect for the culture and not stealing.